I was listening to this podcast, right? And one of the guys they were speaking about just being able to delay gratification by controlling your urges and controlling your impulses, certain things.
Yeah,
And once you have that completely on lock, then your mind can be wired to focus on the things that you find productive. And because you're not giving in to these impulses, you're able to spend longer time and effort on those specific productive habits. Hence, you'll achieve more success, first of all, faster, but also to a much more greater depth. That makes
right,
sense.
yeah, yeah.
But it's hard.
It's hard. My brain is currently wired to vape and nyash, so I'm fucked. But I'm trying to improve that.
Exactly. No, I think you know what it is? I think it's very, very easy for you to say something like, it's impulse control, but it's much more harder doing it.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in your early 20s yeah, like when there's so many different distractions anyway.
Yeah. I think it's there's so many things that you can do, and I think you get people have a long list of things that they want to do, and when they get a free moment, you think, oh, what do I do first? And then you can just easily go, well, I go on my phone for 5 minutes. And then these apps on your phone have been designed to keep you on there for longer, so you end up spending ages endlessly scrolling,
Yeah,
and then you just, next thing you know, you've got nothing done. So
it happens, man. Literally, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Like, it's good to be aware of these things, but I think to also, a lot of people are aware of it,
Yeah.
but it's more so it's because they've not been used to not being on their phone for a period of time. It's hard for them.
Yeah.
So I think it's much more healthier to plan short breaks.
Yes.
Because if you plan, let's say, every month I'm spending one day in the whole month where I basically reduce my phone consumption by 80%. Just once a month. Once you have that, it's like a massive break
Yeah.
from reality. And at the moment, we're walking in Crete. We're walking in a completely different foreign land from normal. We've spent the last 7 days here, and we have a very fixed routine, right? We go to work, we do our stuff, and come home, enjoy the moments, and then repeat. And it's just a cycle, right? Not saying it's bad or anything. And then once we're here on holiday with the boys, it's a lot more freeing because you don't have a specific routine, and you're not fixed to anything. Like, you don't have to worry. There's no worries. There's no responsibility, to be honest. There's no struggles.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing when you have to take a break mentally from your phone.
So true. Yeah, I think you need to really unplug yourself from all those distractions rather than just have it there. So sometimes it just takes you to sort of like force yourself not to even be at risk of doing those things. So you're not tempted. So if you haven't got your phone with you, you can then just do other things. It's easier said than done though, because your phone's got everything on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think my biggest struggle is when, like, I just have a long list of things to do, and I think when I actually go to do something, I think, well, that's going to take ages, and then I just don't do it at all. I make no progress.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Like, I was reading this thing where, like, with that kind of thing, apparently, say you have, like, 3 spare hours every day after work. If you could, like, actually put, like, a small time slot and allocate specific tasks. So, for example, like, oh, I need to clean my room, but I want to clean specifically my wardrobe. Let me allocate half an hour for that.
You can, but you're at risk of, like, let's say you work till 6 o'clock, and then you're like, the time slotting things you've got to do in the evening, and it's like you're tired already. You want to relax.
Exactly. Yeah, no, 100%. But
then you've got other things that you have to do anyway, like you have to go and make dinner, you have to go gym, you have to mum asks you to wash up, whatever,
yeah.
then like your time goes and it's like very hard
Yeah, no, absolutely.
all the time.
It's just finding, even if you have maybe half an hour spare,
Yeah,
it's to just try and think, like, how can we utilize it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it. There's loads of just things that happen after work,
And mix it with things that you enjoy. Like allow yourself a couple luxuries, and dedicate time for you to do those things. Because otherwise, if you're just always doing routine and it's work,
yeah,
you won't
burn
stick
out.
to it. You burn out. Yeah. You need a mental break.
I'd say as well, like a few key points on that. I think it's deciding what you're doing right now and if it's worth it. Like obviously after work, if you're relaxed and doing jack shit, being on your phone and that, and it's different. That's what I mean. Like when you allocate your time doing certain tasks, like me for example, I always try and read just before bed. Like so I put like a 20-minute slot there, read. And I do other things. I make my protein shake because it takes like 20 minutes because there's so many ingredients. I do that straight after work because there's a lot of energy. Just putting all in the grinder, so I do it. Then because I still have a little bit of energy. That's why I try not to watch too much TV as well. I only watch football. Yeah, and I feel like that benefits me because I try and do things that I need to do, like on my to-do list and stuff.
Right, and then on your to-do list, would you say you put like a number to the time, or is it more so just you know what you need to do?
I know what I need to do, but to be fair, I do time slot as well. Like I normally do the blending thing like 5 to 5:30. I'd normally read from 9 to 9:20ish, like rough estimates of times.
That's good because
then
then your
obviously changes as well.
Then your mind is like, oh yeah, this is my time to just unwind and read a
you
book.
just feel like it's a natural habit.
It's just exactly it becomes a nice routine, positive habits, I guess.
Yeah.
You dealt with that, yeah.
I always say now, I think like sleep is like a critical thing for me. Like I don't have good days or productive days if I don't sleep well. So I always say that 10 o'clock is my cut-off time, no matter what. I remember right before 10, I make like a little like last meal before bed, like usually like a bowl of oats, but like I really like it. I see it as like a treat. So then I have that just before I get into bed. I have that 1 hour at the very least to myself, and I think that's like a reward. So you can look forward to that after the day's done. I refuse to work beyond 10 o'clock because then it's going to impact me the next day if I don't get good sleep, and then I'm in bed by 11 or 11:30.
Yeah. No, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, so I guess that's a reward to have at the end of the day, and that can be whatever you want. You can allow yourself an hour of PlayStation or watching something or whatever.
Yeah, it's really nice because it keeps you on track of the kind of progress journey as well. You don't want to, like you mentioned earlier, like when you keep doing routine, sometimes it can lead to like you're feeling like you're in this one trapped circle or one trapped cycle, like a loop.
Yeah.
You want something to kind of keep you going. So dabble in with your, I guess.
And the last point I'll make, is my biggest goal this year has been to show up for myself. So I think I always show up for work, and I work from 9 to 5:30 because that's my hours, and someone else has told me to do it. But when it comes to doing other things, not that I haven't made progress, but I'm making a lot slower progress because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I haven't got to do that now, or whatever, I put it off. And then I'm getting older and older, I'm 24 now, and got goals that I probably should have hit a while ago. And if I was more, hard on myself, then I could have done it. So you got to show up for yourself and realise that these things are just as important as your work, because it's for you. Work is something someone else has told you to do, and if you treated it the same way, you would get it done. So I need to do that.
No, absolutely. It's because like I guess with work you feel like if I don't do this, there's a negative thing which I might get fired or whatever. But you got to treat yourself in the same manner, right? You got to be like, oh, listen, I didn't do this today. Like, why didn't I do it? Like that's is it my fault? Is there a way I could improve on how I can do it next time?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's to just make sure, as cringe as it sounds, like that meme by Shillabah. Just do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, just
do it. That's what it is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So stop watching this video and go just do it, man.
Do that thing that you've been putting off for ages. Just go and do it now.